私が来そう Okay? Okay. Oh, Dark Might. Dark Might. 次は俺だ
Nerd Reactor, roll out.
Okay, all right. Kenta, how's it going?
Oh, 元気です私が来そう
So in this movie, there's an evil version of you, Dark Might. So how do you feel about yourself competing with yourself?
とっても難しいでもダークマイトにはやっぱり負けたくないんでオールマイト一生懸命頑張ってます
It's very complicated, but I don't want to lose to Dark Might, so I'm doing my best as All Might.
And what can fans expect to see from the crazy mashup or battle between the two, if there is one?
見どころですオールマイトとダークマイトはまだ何とも言えないですけどでも喋ります会話します
So yes, something interesting goes on. I can't really give out any spoilers, but something happens. They have a conversation.
いやー嬉しいですね。もう本当めちゃくちゃ嬉しい。Happy. I'm so happy.
So you have a big task in the whole show, but also in the movie. What can fans expect to see, like just in terms of just fighting against Dark Might?
ダークマイトは同じ声がするけど
僕のヒーローアカデミアの全てが今回の作品
同じ声がするけど全く別の人物だなと思いました。
Biggest thing with Dark Might is that again he may have the same voice, but absolutely a different character, a whole nother beast.
So there's an evil version, Dark Might, evil from All Might. But if Deku has like evil Deku, how would Deku react to that?
いやどうだろうそれこそ信楽みたいなキャラクターになってるんじゃないかなと思いますね。やっぱ出会う人が違ったからこそデクはこうなれたけど信楽は出会う人がオール・フォー・ワンだったからああいう風になってしまった。だから本当に表裏一体というか全然なんか一歩間違えば信楽のようになっていたなっていつも感じます。だからダークはああいう風になるんじゃないかなって思います。
Yeah, so I think it might actually he might end up being something of a character a bit more similar to Shigaraki, where with Deku and Shigaraki, the main difference is who they interacted with, who did they meet, and how did they go about their lives. And kind of starting from the same standing point in terms of like being quirkless, and then going on, it truly has been influenced by who they interacted. Deku easily could have become someone like Shigaraki, but thankfully he had all these positive influences in his life, and that's how he turned out more positive.
And last question: if there was a Dark Deku, what would be his catchphrase?
もしダークデクがいたらキャッチフレーズは
なんだろうな。
I wonder.
キャッチフレーズか。なんだろうな。考えたことなかったっすね。
I actually haven't thought about it too much.
彼を演じる上でそこを全く本当考えたことないので、なんて言うんだろうな。いやもう本当になんだろう。ダークスマッシュ。
Perhaps a little dark smash if you might.
You're in this movie. Can you tell us a little bit about what you're going to be doing? How much you're kicking ass?
There's a lot of ass to be kicked, I'll tell you that. This movie is pretty cool. It starts off with all the characters kind of broken up into some groups that we've never sort of seen before. Bakugo's teamed up with some of his classmates that we haven't really seen him paired up with before. And as soon as it gets into the action, you get to see them really tearing down some bad guys until we get to the big climactic fight, where, of course, you can expect the big three to really be bringing the heat. And it's just an awesome time, an awesome bunch of fights, and some really good laughs. It's a great time.
So the main baddie, let's say Dark Might, right? So kind of like an evil doppelganger, would you would say?
Yes, in so many words, I would say so. There's some exciting surprises to be had about Dark Might's origins, but he's a really interesting character to bring in. Obviously, characters like Bakugo and Deku, they have a lot of history and admiration for the original All Might. So seeing someone kind of trying to muscle his way into holding that mantle. It doesn't sit very well with them. So Dark Might's a really interesting villain for them to bring in for this latest film.
If you had your own evil doppelganger, how would your character react to that?
Oh, like a dark Bakugo? I don't think he would respond very well to it. I can't even imagine what that would be. But it would be really funny if he was like really, really polite, you know? But I don't imagine Bakugo would take very kindly to someone trying to like monkey in on his shtick. Yeah.
What are you doing here? Get out of here. Yeah. Have to figure the backside. Yeah.
On the necklace a little bit, so I thought it because everybody has plushies, but they didn't have one for me, so they gave me this, and I was like, oh, I think I could put them on my necklace. So that's kind of what I did. Yeah.
The backside of your jacket.
You want to see the back? Of course. I should have done that on the carpet.
I know. Yeah. Okay. So what can you tell us about Hawks in this movie?
Hawks, as always, is always thinking about the big plan. He's always 3, 4, 5 steps ahead, and he's always thinking about the big picture. He's all intel, reconnaissance, that kind of thing. So that's what you're going to see from Hawks in this movie. Just figuring things out, getting the information the heroes need, and making sure it gets done.
So Dark Might's in this, kind of like you say an evil version of All Might, right?
Essentially, something like that. Yeah.
If Hawks had an evil version, like how would you react to that?
I think it wouldn't be too different from like where season 5 Hawks was sitting when he was infiltrating the villains, the League of Villains. A lot of people were wondering where his allegiances were and sort of his alliances. So I wouldn't be too surprised. It would just be sort of a darker version of what he is now, those sort of darker impulses fans got a glimpse of in season 5 and a little bit in season 6 as sort of what an evil version of Hawks would look like, just full the other way, you know what I mean?
You would think the evil Hawks would infiltrate, the good guys.
Exactly, see, it would be reversed, right? Like evil Hawks would definitely infiltrate the Hero Association and dismantle it from within. That'd be crazy. We don't want that. That'd be crazy.
Or do we?
Who knows?
What can you tell us about your butler character in this movie?
My butler character, Giulio Gandini, is an Italian secret sort of crazy person. No, he's not. He's he's mysterious, that's for sure. When you get to see him, you wonder why he's doing everything that he's doing. And so once you get involved in the story and everything starts progressing, he interacts a lot more with the protagonist of My Hero, Deku. And once he interacts a lot more with him, his cool, confident exterior starts to break down a little more. And you get to see his real personality shine and why he's on the mission he is in the movie.
And in the movie, there's a Dark Might, kind of like an evil doppelganger for All Might. So let's say if your character had the opposite version, how would your character react to that?
If my character had an opposite version, I think he'd be a little he'd be a little confused because maybe if he was so happy and chipper all the time, he would just be like, who is this guy? What's going on here?
But it would be like a fun situation seeing them both together.
Oh yeah, it would definitely be a fun situation seeing them both interact with one another and seeing just what the heck is going on. Why one guy ended up so happy and one guy ended up so what's the word? Yeah, pessimistic, I will say. Yes.
And what do you think fans are going to get a kick out of this when they're watching this? Like,
for me, it's the animation. The animation in My Hero Academia Your Next is completely out of this world. I mean, as a My Hero fan who's seen all the awesome animation clips that have come out, the animation itself, the ultimate attacks that everybody shows off when they ultimately have that big fight against the big bads and his big Italian family. I mean, it's all going to be completely crazy, and it's going to be so exciting. I'm so hyped to see it.
Okay, so what can viewers expect from Anna in this movie?
So Anna's a character who, when you first meet her, you're going to be like, okay, great. She's like a really happy rich girl. That's really cool, whatever. But then you realize that she has a lot of suffering going on underneath that. And then she's still able to smile and be joyful the way that she is. And I think that's really inspiring. And she's a character who you really are going to hope has a happy ending. So I hope that's what everyone feels going through this for Anna. And I hope that she does get that.
And what about the butler?
The butler. I think that their relationship is really special, and as the creator said, the relationship between the two is something you should pay really close attention to because there's a lot of similarities between that relationship and where the series goes as a whole from here.
And so in the movie there's All Might, and then there's Dark Might. So what if Anna has a different opposite doppelganger? How would Anna react to that?
Ooh.
Oh, 大丈夫。
That's awesome. Sorry, I'm.
私が来た。
Sorry. She would not like it because she is just obviously a very kind-hearted, good person. You'll kind of see. I don't want to give away too much from the movie, but I think if there was a dark version of her character, it would be over for everyone. I'll just say that. Yeah.
Is Mirko going to be in this movie?
Yes, yes. Look forward to her.
What can we expect for her in this movie?
You can expect her to be fierce as always. You can expect her to be kicking butt as always.
And in this movie, you have kind of like All Might's doppelganger, right? So I'm guessing for you, like if you had your own evil doppelganger hanging around, what would you do? Would you like team up with her or?
Absolutely not. Mirko is against evil. She would probably get that person in jail for sure. She's like, no. But I think she also would have like destroyed the city while doing so. So she'll be like, oh no, I'm sorry. But also I had to get rid of her.